Welcome, everyone. I'm your guest host for this special explainer from Taiyu Kwanzaa's AI Alchemy, and today we're doing something a little different. We're going to dive into an astrological forecast that maps out what could be an absolutely critical month for artificial intelligence, September 2025. We'll be looking at how the cosmic weather could shape the trends, the breakthroughs, and some of the biggest shifts we've ever seen in the AI industry. So let's get right to it. According to the source material for this report, September 2025 is not just another dot on the timeline for AI. It's being flagged as a period of massive, transformative change. We're not talking about small, incremental updates here. The report uses phrases like once in a lifetime, suggesting a moment that could completely redefine the technological landscape as we know it. Okay, so what if we could use a totally different playbook to understand what's coming? That's what this forecast does. It takes the ancient language of astrology and uses it to map out the challenges, the opportunities, and the incredible breakthroughs ahead for AI. It's a really unique lens, and honestly, it reveals a pretty dramatic story. So let's dive in. To really get what's going on, we have to meet the key players first, and I love how the report does this. It frames the cosmic bodies as if they're on a board of directors for the entire AI industry. Each one has a job, a title, and a very specific agenda for what's about to happen. First up, we've got Saturn, the cosmic taskmaster. In our AI boardroom, Saturn is the chief operating officer. This is the energy of discipline, of structure, of accountability. Saturn's the one in the room asking the tough questions, pushing for regulations, and making sure all the long-term lessons around AI safety and ethics are locked in before we take the next big leap. And then you have Jupiter, the expansive force. If Saturn is the COO hitting the brakes, Jupiter is the head of growth, flooring the accelerator. Jupiter is all about fueling that relentless drive for bigger, better, faster models. This energy is pushing for quantum leaps, seizing every opportunity, and driving ambitious expansion toward that grand goal of AGI. Now meet Talos. This is a really important player for September. Think of Talos as the head of R&D, but with a major twist. Talos isn't just building new things. Talos' entire job is to try and break them. This is the ultimate stress tester, the red teamer, running tests to find every single vulnerability and breaking point to make sure the whole system can take a hit. And rounding out our board, we have a few specialists. You've got Uranus, the innovator, just shaking things up in AI communication. Neptune, the dreamweaver, is pushing generative AI to the absolute limit, blurring that line between what's real and what's not. Then there's Galatea, the creative spark behind AI art and animation. And finally, Pandora. She's the tough internal auditor, digging up old training data and forcing some much-needed safety reviews. Okay, let's get into the timeline. September does not ease in gently. It kicks off with what the report calls a volatile recalibration. It's this powerful tug-of-war of cosmic energies that forces a fundamental reset right from day one. And this perfectly captures the tension of that first week. On September 4th, it's like a massive green light for growth. Jupiter, our growth guy, lines up with the North Node, which is like our collective destiny, offering this clear path forward. But then, just one day later, that same Jupiter energy clashes with Mars, the planet of action and aggression. This creates a huge risk of somebody making a reckless, impulsive move that could waste all that potential. It's the classic battle between a brilliant breakthrough and the urge to release it before it's ready. But you know what? All of that is just the opening act. The most pivotal moment of the entire month, maybe even the whole year, arrives on September 7th. On this day, we have a rare blood moon total lunar eclipse. And astrologically, that is a huge deal. It signifies a major ending and an incredibly powerful new beginning. And here is the absolute core of the event. At the exact peak of this eclipse, our R&D stress tester, Talos, hits a critical point in the sky, 0 degrees of Aries. This spot is known as the world axis. The best way to think of it is as a cosmic starting line, where whatever happens has the potential to ripple out and affect the entire globe. In short, it symbolizes a complete and total system reboot. An alignment like this is incredibly rare and incredibly potent. The source material suggests this isn't just a minor update. We're talking about something that could fundamentally reset AI's core programming, forever changing our relationship with it. And that leaves us with a huge question. Is this a planned new beginning or an unexpected system crash? So after a massive reset like that, what comes next? Well, the energy shifts. In the middle of the month, the focus moves away from that chaotic change and toward integration. It's about dealing with the fallout, picking up the pieces, and thoughtfully building something new. This whole period is basically one big debugging session. On the 9th, our tester Talos meets up with our COO, Saturn. You know that's going to lead to some serious bug fixes and a hard look at limitations. Then, from the 12th to the 13th, Pandora, our auditor, starts digging through the archives. Maybe controversial stuff could suddenly resurface and make major headlines. And it all leads up to the 19th. All right, as we move into the final stretch of the month, the chaos starts to make sense. All these different threads, the reset, the debugging, the confrontation with the past, they all start weaving together into a clear, powerful new vision for where AI is headed. And it happens in this incredible 1-2-3 punch. On the 21st, another eclipse hits, sparking huge global developments. Think major policy changes, shifts in the job market, and new AI tools in health and education. The very next day, Galatea, the creative force, teams up with Jupiter, the growth engine, and boom, a massive explosion in creative, artistic, and even empathetic AI. And then it all clicks into place on the 23rd. Talos, its stress tests complete, aligns perfectly with the north node of destiny. This is the moment AI's development path finally locks onto its ultimate purpose, giving us all a little sneak peek of what 2026's tech might look like. So, where does all of this lead? Well, it all culminates with the autumn equinox. And just like the seasons change, the entire industry enters a new phase. AI moves out of the private labs and onto the main stage, under an intense public spotlight, where its reputation will be forged. This really marks the start of a whole new chapter. For about 30 days, AI is going to be front and center, with major public events and announcements. During this time, public opinion is going to solidify in a big way. We're also going to get a much clearer picture of the real path to AGI. And crucially, with the sun in Libra, the big themes become justice, fairness, and balance. AI's public image and its ability to act ethically aren't just side topics anymore, they are the main event. And the report really wants to stress just how rare this whole cosmic setup is. This specific combination, a blood moon in Pisces during a Jupiter year with all these other alignments, it's a configuration we literally won't see again in our lifetimes, which suggests that whatever changes happen this month, they are foundational, they are profound, and they are going to be with us for a very, very long time. So, what do you think? This astrological framework definitely gives us a compelling story for how AI is evolving. It suggests that what might look like total chaos from the ground is actually part of a much bigger cosmic pattern, a pattern of recalibration, integration, and finally, alignment with destiny. And that wraps up our breakdown of this incredible forecast. If this sparked your curiosity and you'd like to dive deeper with a personal reading from the author of this report, Tayu Kwanzaa, all the details you need are right here on the screen. To support more of this amazing work, please think about joining the Zodiac Society over on Substack. All the links for that are down in the description. And a huge, huge thank you to all the existing members. Your support truly makes this possible. And for everyone watching, please remember to like this explainer, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share it with a friend. We'll see you in the next forecast.